Greetings and welcome to today's encouraging word. When I was a kid growing up in Elkhart, Indiana, I remember the sanctuary where we used to worship, and right there in that rack there was this brown hymnal called Hymns for Now. And I remember so many of those 1970s style hymns. And one I remember really well is called We Are One in the Spirit. Maybe you remember it. It goes something like, we are one in the Spirit, we are one in the Lord. And then it goes on to this line, and they'll know we are Christians by our love, and so on. I won't torture you any further. But I've been thinking about that lately, and I think that's such a great credo, summary of what Christian faith is about. In the 13th chapter of John's Gospel, that's a chapter where Jesus washes the feet of his disciples. And this is a wonderful way to express the teaching. So there's no philosophical argument, abstract thinking there. It's so concrete. Jesus just washes his disciples' feet, smelly, and that was a kind of disgusting task, acting as a servant. And he says, do that too, you all. Love one another. And later on in that chapter, he says, by this they will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. And they'll know we are Christians by our love. They presumably being people who are not Christian. I've been thinking about that as I also have been thinking about some of the stories I've heard about things members are doing. And I'll just give you one thing that came to me this week. I learned about a member of the church who hasn't been terribly active in the last while, but communicated to the staff that this person wants to buy gift certificates to local restaurants for people in the community and in the church who need them. You know, just real simple, concrete thing. And I love that. That's just one example of many things that I've heard church members doing to practice compassion and love, which I think in itself is kind of therapeutic during this time, a way to stay sane. But my mind also turns to what else can we do as a church community to serve the needs of people in our town who are not part of our church. So I've been talking with Kelly Edelstein of Lawrenceville Main Street about how can we partner to do that. One of the ideas that we talked about is a sort of community Zoom remote bingo game to raise money for the food insecure in our town. I don't know if that's going to run up against legal problems, but we're exploring it, among other ideas. Another idea that we're talking about is constructing one of those sort of food pantry that's like the book exchange. We have one of those at Whedon Park where you give a book, you take a book, but the idea here is with food. If you can contribute food or if you need food, you can take it. We're thinking about building one of those things. Those are just a few of the ideas, but it seems so important for us as a church community to aim that love outward to people in our community in need as a way to express the love of Jesus. So I'd love to hear your ideas. What do you think? How can we do that together as a church community? And they'll know we are Christians by our love. Put your ideas in the comments below. If you've got time and you're inspired, love to hear from you. And love to see you in our live stream on Sunday at 10 a.m. or 5 o'clock, our Wink gathering. Hope you're staying safe and well. God bless you.